Okay, so we've talked about several ways of how we can get data from different sources into our Domo kitchen. We have a web form if we really want to. We have a file upload. We have email attachments. We can start to make them more automated. And then we have connectors. Now, if you're first time coming on this page, you want to go to the dataset icon at the top. If you have the old navigation, if you have the new one like me, you can go to features and you could say datasets and we're right here. Anyway, if I go to connect data and I click on connectors, we have all these that we chose, but what if we have an ingredient that we want and we have no connector for it? How do we get it into Domo? So I want to show you an example. If I go to here and I type in Calendly, if you're unfamiliar with Calendly, it's basically a program that allows people to book time on your calendar. That's it. I really wish I had it. And maybe we go through the methods of saying, can they do a schedule report as an email attachment? They can't. I don't want to download things manually. What can we do? Well, we have a couple ways that we can do this. Okay, so I want to show you Calendly's API. Here we go. We are in Calendly. Now, you're going to need two things whenever you do this. You're going to need something called an API key, usually. And again, it's like keys to the grocery store, and then an API doc. And an API documentation basically tells you, here's how to go. It's a map. Here's where to go to get that thing that you want to go pull in. You do not want to say, give me everything. That's not how this works. You have to go to each aisle kind of individually and say, I want that from that aisle. Okay. And another API connection, I want that from this aisle. So anyway, what I would do here is I would look for my API key. And how you can do that is you could search around for how do I find my API key, all these other things there. Or what you could do also is talk to somebody who is more technical on your team, like your maybe IT person or whoever who knows where you can find your API key, or maybe they have it for you. Now, once you have that, we're going to go to look for something like an API doc or documentation. And here I can see API references. If I click that, now what I'm seeing here on the left-hand side is this shows me here's Calendly's API. Now in here, for instance, I can see event types, and these little things can tell me what I can get. We want the green stuff. The green stuff says in this one, what am I getting? Posting means I want to put something into the API, which we do not want to do for now, but get is what we want. So for instance, if I want to see the list of user event types, I would click get. And here I can see this thing called a base URL. So I've thrown a couple terms at you. I've thrown API key, I've thrown API doc, and now this new one is base URL. So this base URL right here says, hey, the key to, or the map to the grocery store, and it tells you where you need to go. Every aisle is going to start with https://api.calendly.com/something. Okay, so that's event types. Great. If I were to go to another one, like, because it says event types right here, if I go to activity log, that base URL is going to change and now say activity log entries. Okay, a little bit different. Now here on the right-hand side, remember, pretend this is our aisle. This is our activity log entries aisle. These little things like occurred at, URI, namespace, action, actor, whatever. These are kind of the products from that aisle, right? Like ketchup, mustard, whatever. So this is saying like, hey, if you want display name, it's called display name. And here's an example, test user, and it comes from that thing right there. Okay, so it's not as easy as go get me that thing. You have to do a little bit of hunting and searching. So why are we talking about this? So once you have the API key, you have this base URL and all the other junk, we can go back to Domo. If I go here, I'm going to ask you to type in JSON, JSON No Code, right there. JSON No Code, like Jason Derulo, but much nerdier. We're going to click on No Code right here. And now what you can do is you can connect an API. So how you would do this is you would say add account, and you can call this whatever. So I'll give an example again, Calendly test authentication type. And here's where you would pick the thing you need. So we might say API key. You would paste in your API key. I'm not going to show you mine because that's very secure. Put in this thing, and then you're brought to the next one. Okay, so once you do that, you're going to be brought to this page. And here's where you would add in that base URL thing, and you would say, I want this. Then you would hit next, and you get this whole thing about pagination and parsing and all this other stuff. Now, again, all APIs are very, very, very different. It's hard to kind of show you because they're very different for a reason. But that's another way. I'm just giving you this insight. That's another way that you can get data from any source that you want into Domo if you do not see an existing connector. Now let's go to one more method. We can use Zapier. So if you're unfamiliar with Zapier, it's a tool that allows you to kind of ping and do actions between different APIs, different companies. So what I can do here is I can go to create, and I could say I want to make a Zap, and then I'm brought here, and I might want to say something like I want to enter events from Calendly into a Google Sheet. Cool, whatever. And I'm going to hit send. And right now, the AI bot is making that Zap for me. And look right there, it did it. So I'm going to say replace all steps. Great. And there's Calendly connecting in Google Sheets, whatever. Then I would start to fill all of this stuff. My point, though, is now what I've done is I can use Zapier to go from Calendly to Google Sheets to Domo, just like how we did before. So that's one method. I would highly say that the API is your best bet. So try to use connectors, APIs as much as you can. If not, Zapier is a solid choice. If not, the email is also a super solid choice. Then file uploads and the web forms become lower tier if you have to automatically do that, but try not to if you don't have to. Anyway, just showing there are multiple ways we can get our groceries into our Domo kitchen.